You're this perp back with another video, and I just got done watching A Christmas Story Christmas. This is the true sequel to A Christmas Story, not that bullshit that they came out with 2 years ago that had a completely different cast and whatnot. Nobody even acknowledges that movie. So going into this movie, you can see that I was kind of skeptical. It's just like, it's 2022. Why are we trying to still do a sequel to A Christmas Story? Which, if you haven't heard, word on the street, or, you know what I'm saying, if you don't know, that A Christmas Story is a Christmas masterpiece. That's a masterpiece of a film. Best Christmas movie of all time. So to make a sequel to it is blasphemy. But I like what this is going for. You know, this felt more respectable as a sequel, a more respectable continuation of Ralphie's story. And I like that they brought most of the OG actors back. Not the old man, you know, his father, he passed away back in like 2006. The mom that played Ralphie's, the actress that played Ralphie's mom is also different in here, but she still kind of captures that OG mom's like vibe. So I had no issues with that. But I like that we get Ralphie's perspective, where he's an adult. This takes place in the 70s now, where the first one took place in the 40s. So to see Ralphie all grown up as an adult, kind of taking the same position as his father now, you know, and trying to make the best Christmas for his kids, Mark and Julie, which I really like those those little kid actors. Those kids were really dope, especially Julie. Julie was really cool. You know what I'm saying? It could have been they could have easily been annoying, but I found them to be very entertaining. Like I said, this had a lot of nostalgia built into it, but not too much to where they're just kind of ripping off scene for scene. There are scenes that they take, but they kind of remix them and kind of give them a new, fresh coat of paint, which I really liked. I like seeing the familiar faces like Schwartz and Flick, and seeing what they've been up to. And this is a movie that I can really relate to. You know, not necessarily that I have kids, I have a nephew, but it's just like, being an adult is completely different around Christmas than being a child, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you got a big family and you have to get things for them. So it's an interesting concept to see now Ralphie trying to, you know, match up to what his father did. And I like that Ralphie is also a writer in this, and that's his career, and him finding out about his father's passing, and how this whole movie is really paying tribute to that actor that played the old man, which he goes by the name of Darren McGavin. And yeah, that's just one actor that you can never recreate. You can't recreate that. And I like that they didn't do that with Ralphie's character. He just went about it in his own way, and he still daydreams as a grown-ass man, which I thought was hilarious. And I actually like the, you know, flashback scenes that he has, and even the narration, you know, because before, I forget his name, I'm drawing a blank, just it's blanking on me right now. He's not around, but now it's really adult Alfie, you know what I'm saying, Ralphie narrating his life and stuff. And I think he did a really good job, because it almost mimics that guy that was doing the voiceover for the first movie. And it just made the movie just come off very natural. Everything just came off very natural, where he wants to get this book, he wants to get his stories published, but is having a hard time getting that off the ground, by also wanting to write his father's obituary, which is a really tough thing to do, you know what I'm saying? And I like the way that this movie is shot. It's not Bob Clark. It's not trying to be Bob Clark. It's kind of its own thing. You can kind of say it's a little bit overproduced, a little bit, you know. Nothing really took me out of the film. They even kind of throw in some of the music from the first one in this, and I just, anytime that music pops on, bro, my heart just warms up, you know what I'm saying? I definitely got a little misty-eyed whenever it pertained Ralph, whenever they were talking about Ralph and his father, you know what I'm saying, that was really dope. And I think this is a really good movie for not only the generation that grew up watching A Christmas Story, like every year when it comes on TBS or TNT, when they have the marathon, I will be watching that once again because I watch that religiously. Even with streaming, I might go watch A Christmas Story, you know, again, because I always watch that movie like 5-10 times in a row every year and stuff like that. But anyways, I think this is a really solid sequel, and this will be a movie that complements the first one really well. I don't think that time will tell if they end up, you know, switching things up on TBS and stuff like that, if they want to decide to throw the sequel on before or after the first one, which I don't see them doing. But I definitely think that this movie surprised me because I was prepared to shit on it, but ended up really enjoying it. Felt like there was a lot of passion put behind this movie. It made me laugh. It made me kind of feel teary-eyed a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. It made me feel nostalgic. But yeah, I want to know your thoughts about this movie. How do y'all feel after watching it? Do you feel like this was a solid sequel like I do? Or do you feel like this was a little bit too late for this sequel? They shouldn't have touched A Christmas Story. Let me know your thoughts. Till next time, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.